Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into a topic that feels like pure sci-fi, doesn't it?
It really does.
But it's actually much closer than you might think. Artificial intelligence as a judge in our legal system.
Yeah.
So we're going to dig into the promises, which are pretty extraordinary, and also the big challenges of bringing AI into courtrooms.
It's a fascinating area, honestly. Touches on efficiency, sure, but also fundamental fairness. Our mission here is to really pull out the key insights from these sources, help you understand what this future might actually look like.
Okay, so let's start with that promise. The vision of AI in court.
Yeah.
Our sources paint this ideal picture. Imagine a judge you just can't bribe, totally immune to politics, and crucially, eliminating discrimination based on race, gender, social status, things like that.
Right. Decisions based purely on facts and law. Objectivity.
Exactly. And what really jumped out at me was how this tackles known issues like, studies showing sentencing variations based on things completely unrelated to the case. Even, believe it or not, things like when the judge last ate.
It sounds trivial, but those human factors exist. AI, in theory, could strip all that away.
So that's the impartiality angle. What about the structure? How it works?
Well, that's the striking part, isn't it? Unlike a human judge, an AI wouldn't have personal connections, wouldn't feel external pressure, wouldn't even have those unconscious biases we all carry. It just focuses. Objective interpretation of the legal rules. That vision of pure impartiality is, it's powerful. It gets rid of that human element that sometimes unintentionally creates unfairness.
Okay, impartiality is huge. Then there's the speed. This is almost mind-boggling.
Oh, absolutely. A human judge might need weeks, maybe months for a complex case.
Right, wading through documents.
Exactly. An AI, it could process thousands of legal documents in seconds, using advanced language processing to spot precedents, find arguments, stuff that would take paralegals ages.
Yeah, it's not just faster reading, is it? It's the cross-referencing, comparing this case against every other relevant case instantly.
Yeah.
Humans just can't do that.
Not at that scale, no way. And think about the impact on court backlogs.
Oh, massive.
Courts are swamped. Cases drag on for years sometimes. People are stuck waiting.
Stressful, expensive.
Totally. AI could potentially slash that time. Faster access to justice for people who really, really need it resolved quickly.
So speed, impartiality. What else? Our sources talk a lot about consistency.
That's another big one. AI doesn't get tired. It doesn't have emotions.
Right. No bad day at the office affecting a judgment.
Exactly. No Monday morning rulings, no bias because a favorite sports team lost.
Yes.
It just applies the same standard every single time. That could lead to a much more uniform, predictable legal system.
And that uniformity.
Yeah.
That could really change how people see the law, couldn't it?
Absolutely. If every case gets handled the same way, regardless of who's involved or how the judge is feeling, that feels like a powerful step towards genuine equality under the law. Fairness, predictability. It builds trust.
Okay, so this picture. Impartial, super fast, totally consistent justice. It sounds almost perfect. Too perfect.
Well, there's always a but, isn't there? Especially with AI.
And the big one that always comes up is data.
Precisely. An AI, no matter how smart it seems, is only as good as the data it learns from. And the instructions, the rules we give it.
So if the input is bad,
then the output can be bad, really bad. If the historical case data you train it on reflects old biases, maybe systemic unfairness against certain groups, the AI learns those patterns. It might just replicate them, or worse, even amplify them, because it doesn't know their biases. It just sees patterns and data.
And crucially, it lacks that human gut feeling, right? That sense that something isn't quite right, even if the data technically lines up.
Exactly that. A human judge might sense when, a piece of evidence feels off, or maybe lacks context, or could lead to an unjust outcome in the real world. An AI, it processes logic, data. It doesn't feel fairness or context in the same way. That's a fundamental gap.
That makes total sense. So if the AI handles the sheer speed and data crunching, what's the irreplaceable human role, according to the material? Where do we absolutely need people in the loop?
Well, the consensus seems pretty clear in the sources we looked at. AI judges shouldn't completely replace humans. Not now, maybe not ever.
Okay, so what's the model then?
It's more like a partnership. AI assists, it gives fast, fact-based recommendations. Maybe it flags relevant cases a human might miss or points out inconsistencies.
Like substitute paralegal assistant?
Kind of, yeah. But the final decision, the actual judgment, that stays with the human judge. They make the call, bringing that essential human element into the final step.
So it's about combining strengths, leveraging what each does best.
Exactly. AI brings the speed, the massive memory, the unwavering consistency.
While humans bring the ethics, the empathy, the understanding of nuance.
And that vital thing we call common sense, understanding context beyond the raw data.
Right.
So if you pull back and look at the big picture from our sources, the vision isn't human or machine.
It's human and machine.
Precisely. A justice system that's both fair and efficient, achieved through collaboration. Humans and AI working side by side.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening? This deep dive, I think, it shows incredible potential. AI in court could mean no bribery, less political interference, maybe even reducing some human biases.
Huge potential upsides.
But, and it's a big but, there's that stark warning. If we don't get the data right, if we don't design these systems super carefully, the results could be dangerous, deeply unfair.
Yeah. The future of justice, based on what we've seen, probably isn't choosing one over the other.
It's finding the right way for them to work together.
Right. Collaboration seems key, getting the best of both worlds.
So, here's something to think about. If AI can bring this kind of speed and consistency to law, where else could this human-AI partnership really reshape our world for the better? And, maybe more importantly, what are our responsibilities when we design these powerful systems? How do we make sure they're ethical and avoid those unintended harms?
That's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the future of fair justice.